Okay, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of WrestleSlam, the podcast, brought to you by the McCoy Casino, Cork City. And yet again, it's a brand new show where we bring you a weekly intake of all things wrestling. I'm joined by the one and only Phil Connolly. Matt Murphy is in Scotland, the head of All Elite Wrestling in Glasgow. So Matt will be in attendance and he will be doing things at All Elite Wrestling, and he'll bring us some footage and more. So we're going to talk all things WWE and in general wrestling news. It's a big week. It's, I suppose it's Monday here in Cork, Monday the 18th of August. This Friday, WWE Smackdown live comes to the Tree Arena for the first time ever. We get a live WWE event. Myself and Phil will be in attendance. We cannot wait, and we thank WWE as always for looking after us. So let's talk SmackDown this Friday, Phil. It's exciting. They've just announced Chelsea Green, Piper Nevin
for Smiths, yeah.
yeah, and Albert
Again,
Ferreira.
that's wristbands only. So you need to. I think it's just you go onto their website and you get a wristband. I think that's how it works.
Yeah,
First
or else
come,
you go into the
first serve.
store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because years ago when we used to go, we used to have to get people to get wristbands for us because you used to have to get them in
We used to
shop.
get Donna Corby used to go in and get
Yeah.
us the wristbands. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, now you can just go online and you can organize it. But like Chelsea Green and her entourage will be
Yeah.
live in Smiths. I think it's at 11 a.m. I think.
Yeah, early starts so a lot of people, I suppose, they'd want to get up there quite early. I reckon that's the start of many announcements this week. I reckon there'll be a lot of stuff happening around Dublin City on that Friday.
Sure, remember the last time was it Seamus or something was in the Guinness factory.
Yeah,
There'll
Sheamus.
be a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
that kind of stuff. Like a lot of the wrestlers will be going to all the different locations just to kind of promote WWE, I suppose.
yeah. I'd say they probably get over to Ireland on Thursday.
Yeah,
I
and of
do
course,
think I do think Lyra's actually in Ireland as we speak. I think she was at some academy yesterday out in Belfast. Maybe I could be wrong. It could have been an
oh,
old
I
picture.
seen that too. She was with fans taking pictures.
Yeah, so I think she's home early. So yeah, look, they'll be floating around for the week. So if you get any selfies, be sure to tag us. We'll share it, guys. But it's a big week. I'm buzzing, Phil. I think you're the same. Obviously, it's been billed with John Cena. There's a lot happening, man. But it's going to be a really good SmackDown.
Yeah.
And look, live for the first time ever.
Hopefully now John Cena is on it because he wasn't on last week.
Yeah, no, he'll be
I'm
there.
assuming he will be there, but it's just imagine it like, oh, John Cena, he's not there, but I think he is.
I think they're going to go big for this one, Phil. I think they have to. I think it's the first time it's SmackDown was live in Dublin. I think they know what they're going to do. I think they're going to go all out for a big show.
Yeah, and this is a start. This is actually the start of the whole European tour, which ends in Clash of Paris,
Yeah,
a week later.
yeah, it's a big deal. Now we went through the lineup the other day. We kind of know who's there and who's not there, but we reckon there's a couple of dark matches, and one of them dark matches might be Lyra, Becky, and is it Bailey?
Bailey, I think it was. Yeah, yeah.
Mm, which is
That's
a pretty
pretty
big
good.
deal.
And then I think it also said something about AJ Styles as being featured as well.
I think he's fighting Dominic Mysterio. I think.
Yeah, I think that's also for a dark match.
Mm. It's pretty big, pretty
Yeah.
big. The fact that Balor and JD McDonough are on Raw, do you reckon they might get a dark match with them?
It's possible. I'm assuming they're all coming over, like, because there's a whole tour going on at the moment.
Yeah, and I suppose they'll want dibs. Why do they do dark matches? Is it just for the fans? Is
I
it
think
something
it.
that will go out afterwards?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's just give the fans that bit more because sometimes SmackDown goes a bit short.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
I think the live fans in attendance just get that extra hour, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah, I
definitely.
think so. Yeah,
Will it be at the end or the start?
I, I think it'll be at the end, but I think there might be something at the start as well.
Yeah, because I remember we were in Scotland that time. I remember at the end, was it Rey Mysterio? He came out, remember, and Sheamus
Yeah,
maybe or someone.
I think so. Yeah, and there was also a Nakamura match as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Interesting.
think we were at one of the shows as well where they taped like, was it? They taped something after the show, and it felt like it was too long. Remember, you know the one I'm on about?
Was that Raw, Manchester?
It could have been, but it just felt like that it was on for hours, that we were there for hours.
Yeah, that was the time you missed AJ Styles do a Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Happened
No,
so fast.
but no, it was like it's a weird because I think they were taping something. I don't know, was it Superstars or main event or something?
Mm.
And they were just taping like it was on for like an hour after the show. But like I think Nakamura was fighting. I just remember Nakamura fighting, and the whole place was half empty.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. I remember
Yeah,
that. Um, it's going to be huge for Dublin this Friday. It's going to
yeah.
be huge.
And Sami Zayn is on SmackDown now as well. So
Yeah,
he's
we
been
get Sammy.
he's been tweeting a lot about Oasis.
I seen that. I seen that. Do you reckon? Obviously, we get Sammy. Do you reckon we get Cody? Cody's going to be in the match.
I don't know about a match, but we'll definitely see Cody because he's isn't he taking time off soon? That's the rumor anyway.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff coming up.
Street
I
Fighter for
suppose,
Cody Rhodes.
but he is the champion as well. So does he lose the belt?
Hopefully Drew beats him. I think we talked about that already before, but I think hopefully Drew gets a good run.
Mm,
It'd be nice to see McIntyre get a good heel run, to be honest.
mm. He's a great guy, good wrestler. He's well over still Drew, isn't he? He's never really dropped like.
Yeah, he's been talking a lot of. I think he's trying to motivate the locker room, but he's talking a lot of trash talking, which is great.
So yeah, all things SmackDown, it's going to be incredible. I will say one thing, Phil. The merchandise looks incredible. John Cena, the last time, the Irish tricorder behind that, I suppose the sweatband, the hat. Are you going to purchase some merch in Dublin, Phil? That's what I want to
I
know.
definitely love that T-shirt.
Mm. It is
Uh,
nice.
it is nice, and you were saying that you wanted to frame the T-shirt with your picture.
Yeah, like although I'm in my mid-30s, okay, I will happily take that picture of me and John Cena that we got taken in New York. I have his autograph at home. I'll throw the autograph into the frame and then the T-shirt at the back. They'll obviously have lots of stock. Surely there'll be so
Oh
many
yeah,
so many.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like this is. I think they're gearing up now for this to be massive because they know this is
Mm.
probably seen as last ever time in Ireland on TV, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it will be. I'd say it will be, but it's I can't wait. I actually feel like a child, you know what I mean? The fact that we're really organized, we're going to get up early, we're going to try and get in the minute the doors open. Yeah, and I really hope they have a lot of merch. I love collecting the autographs as well. So yeah, looking forward to that. But I'm quickly going to go through what's happening on Raw tonight. So Raw will hear from the Vision. Tonight, Becky Lynch versus Natalia for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. That'll be a great match. Main event, Jey Uso goes to war against Braun Breaker. And Naomi to address the WWE Universe. So she's the current champion at the moment. Phil, is she pregnant?
That's the rumor. I like that. I'm surprised it hasn't come out because didn't she have some news on Stephanie's podcast and that hasn't even come out yet. So there was talk that she said something about a baby or something the other day that she
Yeah.
wouldn't mind starting a family. So if she is, I suppose they're probably scrambling now to see what they're going to do with the women's belt. But it's great news because I know she's wanted it for a while.
Yeah. And that is the question. What are they going to do with the belt? Does Lyra Valkyria go after that belt?
Could happen. I mean, Stephanie Vacour was the number one contender, uh,
Hmm.
and I don't think they're just going to hand it to her. I think they'll definitely have some sort of match. I just don't know what.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No.
it'd be interesting. I mean, there's a lot on. I think there's a lot of stuff on Raw tonight.
They're trying to jam pack it. They're trying to jam pack it. And look, there's a lot of stuff happening as we know. Obviously, look, we know there's a world heavyweight title match at Clash in Paris. Rollins, CM Punk, Jey Uso, LA Knight, obviously Cena versus Logan Paul, set for a generational battle. But yeah, I think they're going to jam pack the Raw and SmackDown. Luckily for us, that will be a SmackDown Friday. Raw will be interesting. Um, Raw, I think Raw is in Birmingham next week, is it?
Yeah, they're staying in the UK now until the Clash of Paris, so they're kind of going around
Yeah,
the place.
yeah. No,
Raw and
that'll be class.
SmackDown again is in France. I think that's in France next week.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously then the Clash at Paris, which it's great because it's on nice and early and we can watch them. Uh,
Yeah, it is. It is. And hopefully, Ireland is next. We've had Scotland, we've had Wales, we've had the UK, we've had
we are
Paris.
two one. We are
Hopefully,
2-1. We are two.
after SmackDown Friday, after SmackDown Friday, they'll see what we can do and they'll give us a big pay-per-view. Money in the Bank in the Tree Arena, or who knows, Clash.
Backlash. It
Clash,
doesn't really matter.
yeah,
I'm all for once we have one.
I'm all in as well. So I know you wanted to quickly talk about obviously Triple Mania.
Yeah.
Everyone is talking about it. It's trending. It's a pretty big deal. But obviously, look, there was a lot of matches.
A lot
Um,
of controversy as well. But I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of. I watched it and I thought it was a really good show. Um,
mm,
I won't go through the whole thing because I know we have more stuff to talk about. But coming out of it, I suppose the big talking points were Omas and Microman.
yeah,
I think it's after reaching over 100 million views
yeah.
for WWE's social media platforms. But to be fair, it's probably the best. We've talked about Omas before, and where's he going to go, and what can he do? But this could be a home for him. Um,
It looks that way. It looks that way. Yet again, look, they have obviously look. There's many branches now they have. Obviously, they can interlink with TNA, NXT, Triple A, but he seems to be a big deal out there. And for some reason, I always remember being a kid, and you know all the giants
yeah,
in wrestling, they were always big out that direction.
yeah.
Mexico, Japan, they were always adored, you know.
But the thing that I noticed about when I was watching it and keeping an eye on the trending stuff is that a lot of people have turned and tune with Omas. Because I remember
Yeah,
when he first came, it was like, get him off my telly, he's useless. Just keep him away, we don't want to see him. And then when I was watching this, it was like, I love Omas, this cool dude. I want more of this. So is it just a case of on Raw and SmackDown, people don't want to see him because I don't know. And then he's on this and he's just so over and he looked impressive as well.
yeah, no, he did. See, it's different audience. You know what I mean? Like obviously the Americans and the Europeans will tune in to Triple A, but like I suppose for the Mexicans and the South Americans, that's what they love. You know what I mean? And the
Yeah.
atmosphere is always electric. You know what I mean? Even Dominic Mysterio there was like a god.
Yeah, yeah. And even just again, even Vikingo's entry, I never seen so much heat on Vikingo. Like Vikingo's done nothing wrong. It's just he's caught up in this whole controversy with Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, what's your take of that? This is something that everyone's talking about right now.
Apparently,
There,
Rey Mysterio said, "I'm going to bring Del Rio." I don't know how true this is, but apparently he said this on the show the other night that
he did say it. Yeah, he did
he's
say
going
it.
to bring him back to Mexico or something like that. The thing is, it's a whole. You're opening a whole thing again, like with the whole Vince McMahon stuff and all that stuff. So it's very, very hard to go at it. It's like what Bully Ray was saying that Vince McMahon should come back for John Cena's last match. Again, you're opening a whole thing. I don't think you can. And
But
it's
see, the thing is, right? There's obviously allegations and all that, right? So we know obviously with Alberto Del Rio,
there's a lot
there
of
was this,
drugs and kidnapping and stuff like that.
yeah, like domestic abuse, and there was
Yeah.
things. Now I don't think I could be wrong, Phil. I don't think he was ever proven guilty. Okay, I don't know.
Oh,
Did it go to court?
there's nothing guilty there. No.
So then that saying comes into it, right? You know, you're innocent until proven guilty. So you like you just don't know. Do you know what I mean? You don't know. Now, yet again, like he's definitely a controversial character. I remember seeing him in New Orleans at WrestleCon. Um, I liked him as a wrestler. This guy was a former two-time WWE champion, but yet again, there's a lot of heat on him. You know what I mean? So do they look to bring him back? Is the question. It's interesting, but
I think
um,
the only way he can ever come back is if he stays on the AAA brand.
yeah, yeah,
I don't think if you put him on any Raw or SmackDown or any of that stuff, I think straight away this is the thing is going to hit off.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like, does he get a pop if he comes back?
In Mexico, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. He's
On
obviously
SmackDown
worshipped out
stuff,
there.
I
Like,
don't know. Yeah, no, he really is.
mm,
Um, it's a tough one. It's like everything else that we've talked about the whole Vince McMahon stuff and all that. It's a very strange, difficult thing to happen. And I'm
yeah,
surprised with the Brock Lesnar stuff that it's still going. Like there's still people saying get him out.
yeah. But you'll have a lot of keypad warriors then as well, like you know what I mean. Like what did Brock do? Do you know what I mean? There's all
His
these
name was
stories
mentioned.
floating.
His name was mentioned in that Vince McMahon lawsuit a lot, but he didn't technically. He's not proven, as you said, he's not proven guilty to at all. So he's cleared.
Yeah,
Even
like
Nick Khan said that as well.
yeah, it's one of them things like you try not to get involved, but like someone is innocent until truly proven guilty. And I suppose with the likes of Vince and with Alberto Del Rio and Lesnar, like I suppose they're kind of minor compared to some other shit that's been out there. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, but
But yet
then
again, like
yeah, no, you're
you
right.
know,
I just you just kind of feel bad for fans because fans don't get to experience the full thing. It's all politics and it's all kind of
it's
dealing with.
dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You're kind of dealing with sensitive stuff as well.
Yeah, it's dangerous, and a lot of people on podcasts and shows don't want to talk about it. But at the end of the day, it's one of them things where, like,
Well,
I got,
when it's blatantly in your face that they're chanting his name and they're chanting for him and Vikingos getting booed out of the building, it's
yeah,
kind of like you kind of have to approach it with care, but like it's just there's just so much you have to be careful with
yeah,
today
no,
in today's world.
most definitely. And
And I
look, yet again,
totally
if
understand that a background check and everything should be done before any of this comes back on TV.
yeah, no, I agree, and I'd say WWE obviously done some background stuff.
Yeah.
Clearly, if Brock is back on the screen,
Oh yeah,
uh,
100%. Especially when Nick
yeah,
Khan mentioned it the other day.
yeah, like a lot of people are innocent, a lot of people are guilty. You know, a lot of people they're wrongly accused. A lot of people are accused for the reasons being. So, like, if Brock is back, then clearly there's something to say. Right, look, maybe a lot of it's bullshit and someone's trying to add stuff to it. Now, I don't know, but yet again, that's why we don't get into politics. But
Just enjoy the
Triple,
show is what we like to say. Like I think you should.
yeah,
Yeah.
enjoy, like, be like a kid again. Do you know what I mean?
Speaking of
No,
enjoyment, I might as well bring it in now while we have it. Bret
yeah.
Hart. Bret Hart slams WWE for not giving him a seat at SummerSlam.
Do you reckon it was like the time we went to Mania and Sergeant Slaughter was sitting? Remember, we were in that big corporate box with NXT.
Yeah, yeah.
And remember Sergeant Slaughter was kind of sitting in the back, and you had like Hulk Hogan was actually floating around, and Ricky Steamboat and fucking Sting. And
Jeff Jarrett was there as well. Yeah, there was a few of them.
is this something similar to that, do you reckon, where he just didn't get a seat?
I think so. I think he was invited, but I don't think he was invited to sit at
Mm.
ringside, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think these day and age, they're thinking, oh, it's fucking 12 grand or 13 grand for these front row seats. We can't be giving it up to these
Mm.
wrestlers.
Mm.
They can watch it. They can watch it from the media box.
Yeah, but he was there, was he? So he did
He
turn up,
was
did
there,
he? Or
yeah.
did,
He just didn't get his seat that he wanted.
so he was in the back sitting down.
Yeah. And Kevin
Mm.
Nash apparently was there, but I don't know did he get a seat or not.
Apparently he got a seat, yeah, Brett said. Yeah, it's a funny business, but you can't really discard someone like Bret Hart. You know what I mean? The guy is probably I always say this in my opinion, he's the greatest ever. Now people will say I'm full of shit, but I generally believe Bret was the most technical.
Oh yeah, I think it'll be the one that affects me the most when Bret Hart dies.
Yeah, yeah, he's fucking awesome, legendary. And as a kid, I can remember things. I can't remember what I done yesterday, but I can remember Bret Hart on Raw in 96, 97. I could just remember certain things. And I've been in my nan's house. You see him coming out like and things you don't forget. Like you know what I mean. But yeah, no, Brett should have a seat. That's what we should say.
There's a couple of other stuff that I saw there were quite interesting.
Yeah, give us a shout.
Devon Dudley buries the hatchet with Dixie Carter. Um, which was
Interesting.
well, I think this happened at Hogan's funeral.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
I seen that.
there was a lot of trouble there, like back in the day with them. But it's good to see. It's good to see because you don't want it to linger on and see these things for years.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think the whole grudge thing should really, you should really hold a grudge with someone for too long.
And Chris Jericho teases return to WWE.
Does it happen? Do you want to see it? Does he
Well,
work with someone? Does he wrestle?
well, the thing is, it's up at the end of December, so he could come in to fight somebody at WrestleMania if they're stuck for a card.
Hmm. I'd like to see him in the commentary box.
Yeah, no, me too. But I mean, does he come in at WrestleMania to fight someone?
Yeah,
It's still a big match. It's a big name. It's Chris Jericho.
yeah, yeah.
Because
It's
I was
supposed to-
talking to Johnny O'Dwyer the other day about WrestleMania, and we were saying like this is WrestleMania is going to be in big trouble in another year or two because
yeah,
every match has been done nearly. Um,
yeah, yeah. You're right.
there's nobody coming up. There's no young wrestlers coming up to the scene, so we're
Hmm.
we're going to start seeing a lot of. The only match that I really think that they could do is CM Punk and Cody Rhodes
Yeah, CM Punk and Cody be a great match.
because they haven't fought yet.
Yeah,
That's the thing, and Reigns and Punk as well, obviously.
yeah, yeah.
But
No,
besides that, there's nothing there that's kind of sparks my eye going, okay.
yeah,
Rest.
no, that stands though.
Well, it's just kind of like a lot of repetitiveness, and even with the women now as well. They're trying their hardest to do it, to not be, but it's very hard.
Yeah, I know. It's tricky. Big roster, right? And all this they kind of do some fucking invasion style thing. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. No, Triple A, credit where it's due. Obviously Conan was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and for all our fans out there, stay tuned because I have a nice surprise for you guys next week. I won't say much more, but a big interview and yeah, stay tuned for that. It's gonna be interesting. But yet again,
Conan's superb. Like I love Conan.
yeah, no, I'll mention it. It's Conan. Conan's coming on with us, so
All
it's
right, okay.
that's yeah, yeah, yeah. I sent you the WhatsApp there last week as well, so it's going to be big. But WWE Smackdown, obviously this Friday we can't wait for anyone that's up there. Make sure to get up there early, be organised, enjoy the show, take it all in. There'll be probably lots of people teary-eyed because of John Cena. I'll be teary-eyed. But it's going to be awesome. Also, at the end of the month, guys, RCW is back at the PAV Cork City. Super Crazy will be at OTT in Limerick in September, which is something that will be awesome. And yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I think that's it for it, is it?
I think that was the only other thing that I kind of wanted to flag because it annoyed me was Ace Austin made his AEW debut. He's been on here.
Yeah.
He's been on here before. Uh,
Hmm.
it more annoyed me because they brought him in and he's already losing, so nobody cares.
Yeah. This should kind of start with a bang, like.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's debuting in the show and he comes in and he loses the match and then it's like, okay, so this guy isn't very good. Especially
Yeah.
if you're not a fan of, especially if you've never watched TNA or you've never got involved in that kind of thing because the first impression is always the biggest one and people will be like, oh, he's rubbish. He lost already.
Yeah. Bad
Which is a
start.
shame.
Bad
It's a
start.
shame because I actually really like him. Um, and I just wish that they could do something. It's almost like they need an X Division or something
Hmm.
in, in AEW for
Yeah.
these wrestlers.
Yeah.
Um, I suppose the only other thing to mention is AEW Forbidden Doors on this weekend. Um,
It's
just
mad because people are talking about it really, are they?
exactly that's what I mean. That's what I'm on about. We won't go too much into it because, but I just want to just point out that the main event is MJF and Hangman Page.
Yeah. That's for the title, yeah.
That's for the world title. But the only thing is, like, there's a couple of matches that have UK talent, but I was hoping for like Rio and a couple of lads from OTT and all that. There's none of it. Like,
Yeah. And that's how they announced a few dark matches prior to the show starting.
maybe, but they've announced a lot of Japan fellas again.
Yeah.
I just wish that they'd give these UK wrestlers a chance.
Yeah.
Imagine Monet versus Raven Creed.
Be some match.
Yeah.
That'd be incredible. You know what I mean? It really would.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Forbidden Door is to me. It's matches
Yeah.
that you're not going to see anywhere else.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Dream
Where,
matches, you know what I mean?
well, I think it's that Tina and Tony Storm. Do you know that's a match you see on the Dynamite?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
just
do.
the little things like that annoyed me, and I just kind of wanted to say it, but yeah.
No, it's a good point. It's a good point. It'd be
And
nice
then
just to go to one show and then you don't know who's wrestling, and then you just have like John Cena coming out and he faces someone from TNA or like you know what I mean, or All
yeah,
Elite, and then Moxley versus fucking Roman, and then you know you have all these cross matches. It'd be brilliant.
That's what I mean. That's what the whole point of it is. It would be brilliant.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the ideal Forbidden
and
Door.
then the other match on the AEW show is the cage match. They have a 10-man tag cage match.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I think it's called Warfare or something.
yeah. I've seen that.
But
Seen.
yeah, like it's in the arena that we were at for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Indigo, yeah, it's a good spot. You know, fans will love it. Great atmosphere. It's electric. There's a nice breeze. I always remember the breeze in that arena.
yeah.
It's fucking huge. It's awesome.
It should be like
Right.
it'll be a good show. I just won't. I just don't. I just think the hype should be better.
Yeah, but see, that's the team with all elite. Like, I think they're just lost. They have a great roster, but just lost in translation.
It's creative. It's creatively bad. That's
Yeah,
and too
no, it
many
is.
wrestlers as well.
No, it is definitely.
I suppose the last thing is Mick Foley's coming.
Yeah, Mick Foley is coming. I'm going to try and get this in before my battery goes dead. I've been looking at my laptop there and I forgot to plug it in. So Mick Foley comes to Cork City Limits this November coming. I was actually chatting to John Andrews about this as well. Obviously, guys, it's a big tour. Mick Foley is iconic. And yet again, he comes on the 25th of November, 7 o'clock, City Limits, Cork. 40 years of Mick Foley. You can grab your tickets right now at City Limits. Um, but yeah, that's about it. I could see me. I'm actually slowing down here as I speak because my battery's going dead. So I think I'm jet lagging a bit. But we'll be back next week. We'll do a vlog for SmackDown. And yet again, Matt Murphy should be back next week, guys. He's in Edinburgh for All Elite Wrestling. But before my battery goes dead, I'm Jerry Collin. That's Phil Connolly. We'll catch you soon, guys, and stay tuned to WrestleSlam the podcast.